The number one question that everybody has for me when they hear my plan is, how can we do that, Spencer? We don't have the money.
Where is the money?
Let me clue you in on a little secret. We have the money. It's just being stolen. You pay countless tax dollars. You're taxed on your income. You're taxed on your gas. You're taxed on your property. You're taxed out the... Every single expensive transaction you endure is tax. Yes, hundreds of restaurants have shut their doors thanks to Karen Bass and Nithya Raman. Businesses are fleeing their terrible leadership, so revenue is decreasing, and I will turn that around. But we have plenty of money in this city. It's just being stolen. Our streets are a mess. Every day people pop tires. Their suspension is shot, all because our streets are left in utter neglect and disrepair.
Potholes can cause some pretty costly car repairs.
One pothole damaged as many as 10 cars.
More than a dozen vehicles damaged, many with blown out tires.
Both of my tires on the passenger side just blew out completely.
And the dent of my rim, I think bent my lower control arm.
Resident Francisco Garcia collected these hubcaps, evidence of the overnight damage.
The average cost of a pothole-related car repair is about $600, and it's something 1 in 10 drivers have to deal with.
We have not invested in our infrastructure, and this is the consequences.
These are beyond just potholes that have busted open under the negligence of Karen Bass. These are bass holes. But people ask, how can we fix the bass holes? We don't have the money. We do have the money. It's just being stolen. I met with the truckers who used to do this work for over 100 years for LA, paving our roads until Karen Bass came in.
The city hasn't repaved a single street since last July. They say the city's own data shows 0 miles resurfaced this past fiscal year, and the draft budget proposes 0 miles in the new year.
We're just completely failing at the most basic services at this point, keeping people safe and keeping our streets functional.
They used to do 600 miles of paving before Karen canceled their federal contract, and now the city just does 60 miles of paving. Also, now Karen Bass only does a fraction of the bass hole repairs that they did before her. Why? Well, in her first year as mayor, she stole the $100 million contract that the federal government gave to these truckers and gave the money to NGOs profiting off of the homeless drug addicts. We have the money, it's just being stolen. What about public safety? We have less firefighters today than we had in the 1960s, and yet the population of LA has doubled. But people ask, how can we hire more firefighters? We don't have the money. We do have the money. It's just being stolen. Right now, LAFD engines are so overwhelmed with responding to overdoses and rubbish fires, medicals, and arson fires coming entirely from the addicts on our streets. Because of Karen Bass' policies with the city attorney, LAFD has to send out an ambulance and a Type 1 engine to every overdose, every sprained ankle, every toothache. They are sending those big red trucks that you see fighting fires, all to shove Narcan up a homeless guy's nose.
Every day, man. Every day.
Those engines chew up about 30 gallons of diesel going on unnecessary runs.
If it calls for stub toe, toothaches, we do it all. Whatever it is, we're here.
Being a paramedic, we're the busiest resource on the fire department. I go on 15 to 20 runs a day. There's only 24 hours in a day, so if you're going on 20 calls, you guys do the math.
Across the department, we're wasting over $7 million every year on wasted fuel, not to mention all the wear and tear and extra miles on these engines that should have been retired to Mexico 10 years ago that are now breaking down, crashing, leaving us all in danger. Before the Palisades fire, the fire chief warned Karen Bass that they were dangerously underfunded and unable to keep Angelino safe. What did Karen Bass do? She cut the fire department budget by $17 million and gave it to, you guessed it, NGOs profiting off homeless drug addicts.
Budget cuts have, quote, severely limited the department's capacity to prepare for, train for, and respond to large-scale emergencies, including wildfires. You sent that warning about these budget cuts. We had a team on the ground, a crew there, and witnessed a number of homes burned to the ground, and there was not a fire truck in sight. How did that happen?
When there's a $17 million cut in our budget, operating costs, immediately from that point, I had to make some tough decisions.
Would that $17 million that had been cut from your budget have made a difference in this fight?
Yes, so I would say yes, we were limited to a certain factor, yes. We did exactly what we could with what we had.
We have the money, it's just being stolen. People ask, how can we treat the homeless? We don't have the money. We do have the money. It's just being stolen. Karen Bass and Nithya Raman have sunk billions of dollars into the homeless problem, but it's all being wasted on dubious NGOs that increase drug use, hand out needles and crack pipes, and actually give drugs to the addicts on the streets of LA. A developer bought a property for homeless housing at $11 million. Days later, the city paid him $27.3 million. A $16 million flip. No new carpets, no pool addition, just straight up fraud.
This is a property flip in West LA in the neighborhood of Cheviot Hills that was highlighted in a federal prosecutor criminal indictment announcement, actually, in this investor, Stephen Taylor, who purchased a property in West LA, purchased it for $11 million. He was at the same time selling it to Weingart Center for $27 million, financed by taxpayers. The appraisal used to justify the price had inaccurate information. There was inaccurate information about the ownership of the property. And we also found that Mayor Bass's office, there was some emails from the city indicating that her office was had a big role in the selection of this property.
And this is just one of the many projects that needs to be audited and investigated.
A prominent homeless service provider, the Weingart Center, has been awarded over $100 million in taxpayer funds despite years of failing to comply with federal audit mandates.
When we asked the state controller's office, they say they don't review audits from nonprofits at all.
We have the money. It's just being stolen. As your mayor, I will get your damn money back. I will audit every city program. Every department is going to show us all of their books. We will have forensic auditors come in and track down every last dollar. We have the money. It's just being stolen. It's like the inverse Robin Hood. Government is stealing from you and making themselves rich.
No.
Money that could go to lowering your rent, cleaning your streets, keeping you safe. You paid it. It's your tax money. It should be working for you. Pratt Man is coming to get it back.